Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from the Pop Spot here at BookCon, and I am joined by someone I'm very excited to talk to who came in looking like Cass, Leigh Bardugo!
I look like Cass?
Yes.
Oh.
You give
He has a very bad haircut, so I don't know how I feel about that compliment.
It's the energy, it's the vibe.
Oh, thank you. Do you feel like I'm going to take your wallet?
I feel like you're either going to take my wallet or you're going to conscript me into your, cult of misfit toys.
You should be so lucky.
You're absolutely right.
We have great snacks at the cult. Yeah.
By the end of this, I will be on my knees begging,
There
of
you go.
course. So, the Darkling. He's
Yes.
my problematic fave.
Welcome.
Did you know that you were doing this to all of us when you created him?
I think it would be a lie to say I anticipated the fervor and the loyalty with which some people would approach his character. I thought I was doing like a clever subversion, and people were like, "I don't want that subversion. Thank you. I want my hot shadow daddy." And
I want to kiss him.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. I didn't see the way the future was going. I did not read those tea leaves. No.
That is very Alina coded of you to be like, I didn't realize the power that I was
No,
wielding
it's true.
in this moment.
It's true.
In the Grishaverse in particular, I think that you are very good at redeeming your baddies, or at least humanizing them. I think of Zoya in particular. I think she has the most effective villain to sympathetic lead in modern literature.
Wow, bold statement.
I stand by it. I said it with my whole chest. You can find me online at Ashley V. Robinson. When you're sitting down and you're trying to bring someone to the good, is that more challenging than crafting our problematic fave shadow daddy?
I think that people are generally more forgiving of bad behavior in male characters, which makes me want to write women who behave badly. And hopefully the people who then come along for that ride get what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
But I think with Zoya, when I wrote Shadow and Bone, I was a new author, and I think I had just created a mean girl foil for Alina.
Yeah.
But as I wrote that trilogy, I became very interested in why the mean girl was mean and where she was coming from and what she wanted in life. And I knew by the end of that trilogy where I wanted to take her. So a lot of people still hate Zoya, and they're welcome to it.
They're wrong.
I
oh
agree
my
with
gosh,
you.
they are so wrong.
She's very fun to write. And the trick with her was to keep her, to let her open up to people, to let her have softness, but to maintain her Zoya-ness. So she's still going to tell you your outfit is trash, but she will fight to the death for you.
Yes, and she means it. She means it with love. She means it because you can do better. She means it. Yeah, but she means it. Yeah. The Grishaverse has such a rich mythology and a rich magic system. So, what a challenge you set for yourself as a baby author.
I mean, that magic system, really, the idea of the small science grew out of wondering what happened when somebody waved a wand or said a magic spell, like what at a molecular level could be happening. And that was a fun way to explore it. But as somebody who was a liberal arts major, and I will tell you that David, who really pushes the boundaries of the small science, was definitely, and Nikolai too, were both incredibly challenging characters to write because they see the world in a different way, and they have a level of knowledge and problem solving that I do not.
So are you sitting down and doing actual scientific research when confronted with such characters?
Yes, and I'm consulting my much smarter friends. I am lucky to have a wide network of people who are actual chemists, actual physicists, and I can go to them and say, and actually one of them came up with what was then called invisibility cloak technology, where you could literally bend light around an object. A lot of it came out of, but I can tell you when I write the first draft, it looks something like I was working in the workshop at the little palace when X and then Y because science.
Yes.
So for me, it's then going back and finding a way to ground these magical, mystical things in something that feels a little bit more concrete.
More, authentic science.
Yeah.
When you step out of something like the Grishaverse, which is so explosively popular for readers, beloved Netflix adaptation, and you are like, okay, now we're doing the Ninth House. Is that petrifying or is it freeing?
A little of both. When I released Ninth House shortly before it came out, I was kind of public enemy #1. People were, for a brief moment on Twitter, I was the main character.
Look, Twitter is always wrong, and I think we've learned that over the years.
But for me, I don't ever want to be writing from a place of fear or of convenience, and I've been lucky to have enough success that I can make choices now about what I want to write.
Yes.
And I had been wanting to write Ninth House for a very long time. I didn't understand some of the places I was going to go with it until I was in the mix. But then it was just a story I wanted to give to people, and the beautiful thing has been watching people embrace it who maybe initially were a little bit afraid of it.
Wrong.
Wrong is fine.
I said wrong.
She said wrong. I didn't say wrong.
No, I'm ready to be public enemy #1. How has your approach to dialogue and storytelling changed as you've stepped away from being a new author? Now you're a very established author, and I would say the storytelling in general is more mature. It's a little less YA.
I think I was learning on the job. So I think I was lucky enough to work with a fabulous editor for my first 5 books who really pushed me.
Yeah.
And we had the same taste, so I could trust her.
Iconic.
And taste, I think we have a real dearth of now. Like we're right now watching the death of taste, and it's up to us to find a way to preserve it. So for me, that was a very powerful experience, and I think you can even see in the trilogy that there's a difference at the sentence level. But when I set out to write Six of Crows, that was the first book I sold on proposal, right? So you write up a little summary of the plot, and here are the characters, and then they give you some money, and they say, go write the book. And that was thrilling, except then I had to write the book.
Yeah.
And here were, 5 POVs in the first, 6 in the second, cons, a prison break, flashbacks. And I had multiple moments when I was writing this book when I thought, this is a great idea, and someone smarter than me should be writing it. So it was incredibly challenging, but that I've realized is what I'm drawn to as an author.
Yeah.
I don't want to write the same thing again and again. I know that it would probably be very lucrative to write the same thing again and again. But I want to challenge myself, and I love the puzzle of a book.
Well, it's interesting that you say that about Six of Crows, because that's the one that, at least on Reddit, I think is your most beloved installment.
I mean, that is the book that changed my life.
I wonder if that's the pressure cooker of it all.
I do think that when you step out of what is comfortable, you often find what you are meant to be doing.
Yes.
And I think that book is so clearly, like, I can see the creative DNA I grew up with, and like, I loved The Untouchables, and I loved Deadwood, and I love that those things work their way into the story in sort of profound ways.
Wait, because I am also a Deadwood girly. Who is your favorite Deadwood character?
You are asking me to remember things at the end of a very long day, and I refuse. But I will tell you, my favorite actor in Deadwood is the guy they just kept casting in different parts and never acknowledged.
Garrett Dillahunt. Yes. How David Milch was like, remember him?
I feel like
we love him and welcome back.
Like, we love this guy.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what the story was, if he just brought like great cookies to set and they were like, this man is a genius. But I love that he just kept appearing, and you were like, okay,
cool. Yeah,
sure.
I'm here for it. Fantastic. Alex Stern's third and final, for now, nothing is final, this is the internet, installment is coming out later this year. What can you tease us about the book?
What can I tease about it?
About Deadbeat.
I think Deadbeat is kind of bonkers. It is.
I'd be disappointed if you said something else, frankly.
It is a wildly unhinged book in many ways. I can tell you I loved writing it. Like, I missed these characters, I missed this world, and those books are incredibly challenging to write. Like, when I was first envisioning this series, I was like, it's going to be 12 books long, because it was going to be a detective series where she was solving magical crimes. And then I understood the level of research and how thorny they were going to be. But this one is very dense with history, very dense with lore. There are many rewards in it for people who have read the first 2 books, and particularly the interstitials. There are threads that run through all of them, so I hope people will enjoy seeing that all come together. And I can also say there's some very personal stuff in this book for me, which was very fun to write. Like, it was super cathartic.
Ooh, I can't wait to go through and be like, I wonder if it's this, I wonder if it's this, I wonder if it's
I
this.
will do like a spoiler chat after this book comes out, because there's so many things I can't talk about, and it's incredibly frustrating.
And then lastly but not leastly, because here in the Popverse we celebrate the best in TV, movies, comics, and books, what are you geeking out about that you're not working on? So what are you just enjoying for fun right now?
The Pit.
Yes.
I'm enjoying a lot. Okay, I have a weird one for you.
Please.
This is for the youth who will never have heard of this. There's a movie called Desperately Seeking Susan.
Yes.
Okay. It came out in the 80s. And I want everybody to go watch this because, one, it's delightful, it's silly, there's amnesia in it.
Yep.
Okay. But it also is so sexy, it's so gritty, it's so stylish and cool. Everybody looks so good, the clothes are amazing, and you're seeing this moment in New York of a subculture that no longer exists. And I want young artists to know that this was. Like, I want them to know the kingdom that was, that once was. And I feel like we are losing these distinct subcultures because social media is flattening everything. And I also just watched, if you've read Ninth House, you know I'm not a big fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I watched their documentary, and that was another one that really took me back to this moment. And I worry that we don't get these cultural moments anymore, and that we don't have these subcultures developing. And I feel like if people knew what they were missing out on, they might pursue it.
Ooh, I love that. And also what a challenge for everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Pop Spot today.
Thanks for having me.